Here we go, vlog number 3 in a series of what will be never-ending conversations. Today, on this edition, we'll be talking about a variety of topics. Happiness being one of them. I think that's the general theme for today, happiness. I think conceptually, a lot of people know what happiness means, or at least the idea of the feeling of what happiness means. And I think there's a lot of correlation between, or perceived correlation between what people think happiness means and the reality of what happiness is. What does it mean to feel happy, right? Happiness is a lot of things. It's a lot of micro situations, a lot of emotional stability is really, I think, at the forefront of what it means to be happy. It means that you are in control of your emotions. You are in control of your sense perceptions. You are in control of your ability to be present in the moment of every minute that you're awake. Happiness is also, in my opinion, a state of mind, a construct of many things. Some people have a natural disposition, at least on the surface, to smile. You can see in their facial expressions. And also, when confronted with challenges, I think that challenges affect all humans differently, which may seem like an obvious thing. And the way people process different challenges, or the way people process a challenge that is being presented to them that isn't different from someone else, but the response or the reaction, right? The response is conscious, reaction is unconscious. So when we think about conscious behavior and unconscious behavior, we need to first think about how we can regulate our emotions to support either conscious or unconscious behavior. So the unregulated emotion is unconscious behavior. Regulated emotion is conscious behavior. As I spoke about the other day, for me, an indication of high functioning, highly intelligent humans are people that can quickly recover from being conscious to unconscious, and then that differential between the two, how short you can recover, the time that it takes you to recover and to realize, to acknowledge, and then course correct, just like in anything in life, whether it's business, personal life, athletics, whatever. If there was a mistake that was made, how quickly can you learn from that mistake? Will you be repeating the mistake over and over again? Or will you make the mistake once and never repeat it ever again? Now, having said that, there might be different iterations of the mistake that kind of metastasize into something else. And so it's like, it just sticks out its ugly head in different forms. Let me just adjust this camera here. Great. Another beautiful day. A thought just occurred to me. I wonder if I should try to edit out this stick that I'm holding with the camera, or whether I should just, there's probably software to do that anyways. Okay, make sure I don't get hit by a car. Ooh, you can see Tay today. Absolutely incredible. I feel like so many people that grew up a certain way, with certain types of parents, certain types of family history, they can get stuck in someone else's world without ever fully being given an opportunity to express themselves wholly, and understand what that journey is like. For me, it's taken quite a while to tap into my power, my authenticity, my unique view, and to feel confident in being able to express that as a true expression of myself, my being, which of course is all a construct anyways, right? It's laughable to me to think that people, and of course this is something that everyone goes through at varying stages of their life, and it's a human characteristic and potentially a flaw. It's also a self-defense mechanism. And what I'm referring to here is other people's opinions, other people's influence on your identity, the way you regard yourself, the way you speak to yourself internally. It's a toxic world. So how do you defend yourself against such toxicity? Well, for one, it takes courage. It takes absolute courage to be able to fully express yourself without regard for what people think, their opinion of you, how they see you. First of all, we're here on Earth, I mean. I don't know where you go after Earth, but maybe it's a fun party, I don't know. Never been there. So, allowing people to influence and to shape one's identity, as a young person is so fucked. It's something that, you know, whether we like it or not, is all part of having parents and being raised by them, or having someone else who isn't your biological mother or father, whatever. It doesn't really make any difference. But if you grow up with people around you, there's going to be influence. There's going to be discomfort. There's going to be moments where things just don't line up with who they want you to be, which is incredibly narcissistic and selfish, and honestly is not in the best interest of the child or the individual, because it's limiting. It limits the ability for those children to fully develop and have the confidence to be able to express themselves in a way that's in alignment with themselves. I'm going to adjust this again. All right. Maybe this is a little too much. It seems more manageable. Safety first. Don't want to fall. Wow. The ocean is looking quite nice today. The more I think about it, the more I'm convinced that well, actually, let me say this. Let me continue on a point from earlier. Whoa. Sorry, this is sometimes requiring full mental bandwidth to not risk injury or death, or worse, permanent, debilitating injury. That seems worse to me than death. Oh man, I love this shit so much. All right. So, I remember what my point was from earlier. And that is, let's say you grow up in a family where everyone's a doctor or a lawyer or a scientist or a police officer or military, whatever. There's a long lineage of people in the family doing the thing that was done before them. Now, if you want to look at it from a moral perspective, the influence that happens in those types of families, to me, is borderline immoral. Because what you end up doing is capturing an identity and shaping it into something that that person may or may not want, may or may not fully understand. It's true for religion as well, or any doctrine, or anything that essentially restricts the ability for those individuals to have the necessary tools to make their own decision. And I'm, of course, not suggesting that everybody that goes through an upbringing like this is left without feeling complete, without really being happy and fulfilled in life. Of course not. There are plenty of humans living their best life, doing the thing that their parents did and their grandparents did and so forth. I'm just not convinced that sorry, just trying to figure out again where to go. I'm just practicing coming down here, basically. I'm just not convinced that it's the right thing for everyone. It's like one shoe doesn't fit everybody, you know what I'm saying, or whatever that expression is. One shoe fits all, not one size fits all. I don't know. You know what I'm saying. I'm sure someone will leave something in the comments. Low tide, I believe, is at 12 p.m., which I think is in an hour from now. And it's really incredible how the coastline changes. So, having two young, impressionable children of my own, what are the things that I'm doing to prepare them with the necessary toolkit for life? Right? I think all our parents fuck us up to some degree. It's just like, how much do your parents fuck you up? That's the question. It's not a question of like if, it's a question of like, how much do your parents fuck you up? Right? That's it. And so to try not to increase that dial as much as possible is definitely a success. How can you support people in a way that is creating within them the confidence and the ability to think critically about the world around them, to be curious, to have the necessary tools to make the decisions that they feel is right for them? It's a very complicated, wow, look at those waves, that's crazy. There is some raw power here today. Amazing surf. There were some people surfing just 2 days ago. So I'm down here filming not only this vlog, but also I'm going to be setting up a piece of, setting up another recording session for some more produced content, which will hopefully have an impact on people, which is my objective, to elevate the human experience. That is my primary motivator at this point in my life. How can I impact others, and how can I elevate the human experience for them, to provide them with the tools and the resources that they need to feel more empowered, more connected with themselves and the people around them. Allowing them to figure out for themselves what they want, what they feel is important, which is going to be different for everyone. But all I know is this: no one on their deathbed wished that they worked more and spend less time with their family. Right? Like, maybe you know that one person who was like, you know, on their last breath, I wish I worked harder and spent less time with my family, my friends, doing the things that I love. What kind of fucking demented version of existence is that? I mean, truly brainwashed by society and a capturing of a mind for years. So you want to make all the money in the world, right? You just like, that's what I want to do in life. I just want to make money. So money is a tool to use for a variety of applications. It can be entertainment, could be altruistic. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Adjust this. Nicely laid out, some glass. All right. Money is a tool to use, just like anything. Regulating your emotions is a tool for you to use when confronted with a situation that creates feelings of sadness, anger, contempt, all kinds of things. And it's like, well, are you allowing physiology to control something that is going to affect the way you feel? Or are you going to use it as a tool to understand consciousness and apply it to behavior and leverage that awesome power to control every situation that you're confronted with? That's a useful tool. So going back to the money, right? So you want to make as much money as possible. You want to get that Lamborghini, you know, buy some fucking clothes. That's not going to make you happy. Obviously, those are fun things. You don't need any of those things to survive and thrive and be fulfilled. Whoa. But, you know, it's cool. The same thing is true for art. I have a deep connection to art. Now, the business of art is crazy. The business of art is something only insane people do. Pretty wild scene over here today. Let's go over here. Wow. This is pretty cool. Woo! It's just so incredible, so humbling. I love it. So my point is, everyone needs some kind of currency, some kind of capacity to be able to buy food, shelter, your house, vacation, car, getting to and from all the things you need to do, all the things that you want to do and experience. But don't let that be your primary motivator for life. This is a low status position. You might have tons of money and be completely broken and empty inside. And I would ask myself this, I'm like, well, what is the point of having all the money if you're dead, you know? If you're broken, you can't even really enjoy it because you're so consumed by the thing. So then the question is, well, how do you maximize your ability to bring in money while relishing in the joy of life, continuing to have deepening relationships with the people that matter most to you, your family, your friends, etc., and doing good for the world? There is a way to be able to balance everything. And it may not be all possible. You may not be able to achieve your goals with regards to how much money you want in your bank account, and then still have all of the relationships, all of the fun, all of the time that is required to work on not only yourself, but the people that you love, and this time that you invest with the people that you want to be with, not the people that you think you're required to be with. And when you're young, you have one perspective. When you're midlife, you have another perspective. And when you get older, you have another perspective. To learn these things as young as possible, to rethink the way you approach life, is not only a gift that can empower you to achieve your wildest dreams, it will also create balance and stillness in your life that will be unrivaled. That is for sure. The younger you are, the more in tune you are with understanding these basic principles, the more power you have, and the less people can take away from you, the less influence other people have on you. So I'm gonna set up my camera to do this other scene, and I'm gonna maybe keep this thing rolling, maybe not, I don't know. I have to pick a cool location. Maybe I should go out on these rocks here. Maybe I'll go swimming after. All right, I think I found a spot. I'm into it. I'm also testing out, which I haven't used much, these Vibrams, these kind of high top Vibrams with this Mega Grip, and I can tell you the Mega Grip is really amazing and maybe quite possibly my new favorite shoe. Again, if you're interested in Vibram, just drop a comment, you know, DM me, whatever, and I'll send you a link for 15% off. Holy shit! I feel like I could get gobbled up by this ocean here. Wow, it's fucking great. All right. I am going to start setting up and see how things go. All right, here we go. We're back at it. That was crazy because I had some technical difficulties, so I had to reshoot twice. Well, I think it was worth it. Pretty cool. Sorry, I got distracted with some rainbow fluff. All right. Let's start the hike back up the hill. That was quite grueling. I had not anticipated being here for so long. I had some technical difficulties with the sound, kind of cutting in and out. And then I needed to reshoot. Plus, the app on my phone for the camera, the Beast Cam app, was crashing. So I lost all the footage. C'est la vie. All right. Time to break a sweat. I don't know how much bandwidth I have left, honestly. Continuing on this conversation that we were having before about raising kids and not fucking them up too much. Whew. Oh boy. Okay. Ooh. Okay. The sun definitely takes a toll on you. I was not anticipating having to be down there so long. I do feel good about, whoa, let me collapse this a little bit. I do feel good about the video and the overall message. Honestly, my brain is mush. I feel like this is a different path. There's so many paths. And I'm still fasting. I think it's coming along 5 o'clock. Cocktail hour. No, I'm just joking. Although I might break my fast with some kombucha with lemon. We have a fresh batch of kombucha. We do the continuous brew method, which means we have a giant carafe. And we empty it when we drink, except for about maybe, I don't know, that much left in it to keep the brew going. Some nice clean fermentation action. I also use these sessions as a little bit of training, mostly cardio and some legs. Although when I was hitting the gym yesterday, I did a little leg workout, so needless to say, my legs are on fire. I love it though. And I also cannot believe how amazing the soles are on these Vibrams, these high top with the mega grip, as they call it. As I mentioned before, if you're interested in exploring what Vibram has to offer, I can offer a 15% discount. Just DM or drop a comment, whatever. I don't know if you can't really direct message someone on YouTube. It's probably for the best. All right. Oh, fuck. You know, since my watch broke, my Apple Watch, I don't know how many meters the vertical is. I mean, you're basically going down a fucking cliff. Oh yeah. So, for the next few weeks, I'm going to be dropping some insights from the things I've learned over the past 10 years of becoming a father to two just incredible children. And no, I'm not just saying that because they're my kids. I tell it how it is. There've been plenty of instances where they've been total fucking assholes, and that's okay. It's just part of it. For me, it's the way I process the thing that's happening, you know? Patience. Patience is an incredible tool if leveraged properly. Patience regulates your emotions, your mind. It's amazing. It's a lot easier just to talk about patience and all this kind of stuff. And then putting it in action is like a different deal, right? That's why patience is so important. You're not in any rush, nor should you be. Do you get upset when someone cuts you off? You know, it's like, I look at it as a safety issue. You don't know what kind of shit they're going through. You know, obviously if you live in the United States, you have to also understand that everybody has a gun. Not everybody, but you know what I mean. And some fucking broken individual is just itching, you know? Bang, bang. Social media is full of toxic behavior that detracts from elevating the human experience. Don't get upset if you're late. There's nothing you can do about it in the moment. Plan, learn. The next time, give yourself double the amount of time if there's any chance and the meeting is important. Certainly, don't get riled up about a dinner reservation or anything like that. That's some low status shit. Low status behavior. Low frequency vibrations. We want high frequency vibrations. We want to be connected. Oh, fuck this hill. Well, why don't you go slower, Eric? Well, why don't you shut the fuck up? Please tell me if there's a car about to hit me, okay? I got covered this way. You watch my back. Hola. ¿Qué tal? Finish this workout. break my fast with some kombucha and some papaya. Oh, it's gonna be good. Oh, there's a car. Oh, I would not want to get hit by that bus. It's all about control, mindfulness, presence, especially under duress. No one ever solved a problem by panicking. Reflect on those moments that challenged you. Seek clarity. Regulate the heart, the breathing. If I had to guess, my heart's probably at 140 BPM. That was a straight shot up. I didn't stop. Because my objective with my physical activity is to make 1% gains every day, just like everything I do in life. Fractional ownership. I haven't spoken about the concept of future you, and I will. But those 1% gains manifest a new reality 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. Those conscious daily actions that yield percentage points that are so invaluable. Oh, thanks for the heads up, by the way, with that car. Oh, God. Almost to the home stretch. I'm in full conversation with my future me. A great exercise in the short term is to reflect on the past couple of weeks, the past month, 2 months, 3 months. Reflect on what you were doing at that moment in time, in the present, but in the past. Understand, were your actions supporting the thing that you were doing in the present moment, or were they not? Taking action is so important to realizing your goals. And with that, I'm going to leave you. I made it back. I love you all, and see you next time.